Alright everybody, welcome back to Operation Pluto. This is Germany, turn 15. Let's see, there are a couple of things to note of. So, the United States damaged the port in Tripoli, as well as the port in Western Germany, with a couple of strategic rockets. I am allowed to eject 3 ships per each of those ports into the sea zone, per the rules, whenever they become damaged. So both of these transports are going to get ejected out into A11. And down in the Mediterranean, 2 of the transports are going to get ejected out, and then the destroyer is going to get ejected out. And the other transport and TV destroyer are going to stay, be forced to stay in port there. It does change up my buys a little bit now that I remembered that. So we're going to build 1 less infantry. And so yeah, these are the German buys. Buying 2 Marines, 2 Tigers, 2 Panzer Grenadiers, 2 Heavy Armors, 2 Advanced Mechs, an Infantry. Blue Division is free. 3 fighters, 2 transports, 2 militia, Lindley's Italian fighter. That puts us at 111 out of our 115, and the last 4 damage is going to be used to repair the... Actually, that's an Italian port, so Germany can't pay to repair that. Interesting. Okay. So we'll bring that infantry back on then. So we are buying 2 infantry instead of 1. And that's going to be $1 that we save then. We'll go to our tech rolls. They're all stage 2, so we won't be completing anything, but we'll see if we can advance any. We're going to roll for radar, long-ranged aircraft, improved logistics, and amphibious doctrine. Radar, we do get a hit on and move to stage 3. Looks like we also got a hit on amphibious doctrine, and we add that to the board. Long-range aircraft hit, very exciting. Oh, we actually got all 4 hits on our attack rolls this time. 2 12s, 11, and a 10. That is pretty nice. Alright, so yeah, improved logistics, long-range aircraft, and radar all move to stage 3, and then we get amphibious doctrine on the board at stage 1. So yeah, already went over the buys, so we can just get straight into the German turn. For combat moves, our Tiger, that is in Stalingrad, is going to go into Kalmystakaya, and then blitz into Western Kazakhstan. So those are all walk-ins. Our Tiger in the Ural territory is going to go over into Sibir and then blitz down into Orenburg, and it's going to be met in Orenburg by the entire 86th. So those are also walk-ins. Up here, the 2 mech in Northern Norway are going to come down into Lapland, and the 2 mech in Norland are going to go over into Lapland. Then all 4 of those units are going to go over 1 into Kola and take that. And that does have the effect, unless I am mistaken, the seaplane is no longer within its map range of 2 of any Soviet-controlled territory. Because I don't think it's able to go over Leningrad into Karelia. So that means it does get destroyed. If for whatever reason I am mistaken on that, we can just bring it back for the veteran to use on his turn. But I am relatively confident that it is dead now. Over here, we're going to be picking up 2 Marines, 2 infantry, and the 2 advanced mechs in Trondelag. And the 2nd fleet's going to be moving into A6. and all 6 of those units are going to get dropped off into Scotland. They're going to be joined by the 2 transports from A11. Which are going to be picking up 2 regular infantry and 2 Tigers from Western Germany and dropping them off into Scotland as well. Now technically, the British have this seaplane in southern England and have a seaplane hangar on the border with A6, so they would be able to scramble that seaplane into this if they wanted to, but since transports have to be taken last, that would effectively just mean that he's scrambling his seaplane into certain death by the rest of my fleet. So I'm assuming he does not want to do that, and we won't do anything there. Our advanced sub in A20 is going to come over 3 and join the fleet in A6, and is going to technically, I guess, be raiding the Soviet Arctic line, even though that's closed. But I guess the Soviets could retake it, and then if the Soviets retook Kola, it's still just there, just in case. The 2 subs that are in port in Galicia and Lyon are going to be coming out of port into A35, and they are going to raid the British Atlantic line there. Our sub that is in A45 is going to go 1, 2, 3 into M2. There are no map planes in A44 to prevent that, so it's going to come over into M2 and raid there. It's going to be joined by the advanced sub that is in M5, and the seaplane that is on in Rome is going to come to and go on map and choose to raid, and it's not going to engage these American ships. It is going to raid, so there's no scrambling or combat there besides the sub raiding. Meanwhile, the Germans in Tripoli, an infantry, a mech, and another infantry are going to walk over into Tunisia and take that for Germany. And then the Tiger and the infantry, leftover infantry in Tripoli, are going to board a transport, which is going to go into M6 and then go into M3, and they are going to amphibiously assault Sardinia. The other transport in M4 is going to follow the same path, and then he's going to pick up the mountain infantry from northern Italy, as well as a regular infantry from Rome, and amphibiously assault Sardinia as well. And it's going to be joined by a medium bomber flying in from Lower Egypt. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 onto Sardinia. It'll have 2 movement left to then land probably in northern Italy. But it has a landing spot. We'll see if it survives or not. This is non-combat. So in Azerbaijan, all of our units there are going to come down into southern Iran and attack the militia there. And I think that's got the combat moves. Our strategic bomber in western Germany is going to fly 1, 2, 3 into northern England, and it's going to carpet bomb. And I think that has got all of our German combat moves declared. So we can go ahead. Not a whole lot of rolling on these, just mainly the sub-rolling. Sardinia is the big one, and then we got this. See if this British militia in southern Iran can kill any of our units. So we'll roll for that first. So we have three heavy armors at 7, a medium tank at 5 in orange, a regular infantry at 1, and then a advanced, or actually just a regular mech at 2. So we got our medium, heavies, mech, and infantry. And so we'll roll those. And we get our hit. And so we'll roll the British militia in response. And it misses. So we will take over southern Iran. So I guess we can go ahead and roll for Sardinia now. Let's see. Copy these die over here. Okay, so on round 1, we have a mountain infantry at 2, 2 regular infantry at 1, and a medium bomber attacking at 7. And then the Tiger, assuming it gets to participate in round 2, will come in then. But for now, this is all we have. So our 2 1s, and a 7. And that is going to be straight misses on all of those. So in defending, we have 2 British Elite Airborne at 3. And those both miss, which is very good for us, not having to suffer double casualties. So this is a thing here, so we'll just copy this for our 7. So we have, did I wrote too many die there? I think I just copied that and didn't do it. It was all misses anyway. But anyway, so we have our mountain at 2, our 2 regular infantry at 1, and medium bomber and heavy tank at 7. And then these will be the defending Elite Airborne at 3. Alright, so this time around we get 1 hit, and the Elite Airborne gets no hits. So we'll go into round 3, and we'll get the last hit that we need, and the Elite Airborne will miss. So excellent for us. Oops, deleted the Tiger. Bring that back. Absolutely bring that back. Tiger. I think that was a Tiger. I'll double check and make sure it wasn't just a heavy armor. But it could have just been a... It's one of the two. I'll double check and correct that. Make sure it's correct anyway. So yeah, we will take that without casualty actually, which is pretty huge for us based off the fact that we could have taken double casualties there. So I think all that's left, we'll just put our roundel here for Scotland. But yeah, I think all that's left now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah. Oh, we got this carpet bombing, and then we have our sub rating. So we're carpet bombing 3 die at 2. That is going to be 1 hit there, so we will delete one of these British militia. And then our strategic bomber is going to land back in Western Germany. And then sub rating, alright. D6 is, we'll just copy this pair, bring it down here. Alright, so my subs here are get +3, and they're going to be in black, and then the British defense is going to be in red. So sub 1 dealt 0 damage, and sub 2 deals 1 damage. Hooray! Alright. Germany is just not having good sub rating this game, but oh well, can't really complain about the rest of it. We'll do the map plane first. For the map plane die, these are all going to be at different results. So the map plane die, the British defending die in red is going to be a +1 from its face value. So it's going to be no damage. For the regular sub, it's going to be +1 to the black die, which is going to be 1 damage. And then for the advanced sub, it's going to be +3 to the black die, which is going to be another 3 damage. So better there. Alright, so it's going to be a total of 5 damage rated from the British, putting it down to 25. I think that has got the end of our combat moves. So going into non-combat moves, our German destroyer is going to move up into M3. and be there with the transports. Our medium bomber is going to land in northern Italy. Our fighter that is in central Romania is going to fly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and land in Paris. One of the infantry that we have in Paris is going to walk over into Normandy. The heavy armor that is in Istanbul is going to rail all the way down into Lower Egypt. All of our units in Syria are going to move into southern Iraq. The 2 heavy armors in Oral Kursk are going to move up into western Russia, as is the infantry from northern Russia, and then the heavy armor and the advanced mech and Viperi are going to move into western Russia as well. All of these ships are going to stay in the sea zone in A6. We're not going to put them in port. Let me zoom as just 2 British fighters. So yeah, they're going to stay in the sea zone there. Our subs that attacked rated A35, however, are going to go back into port in Galicia and Leon. And I'm going to go ahead because I forgot this last turn, so we'll just count them as a loss. But I'm going to go ahead and roll for the recruitment in Spain. It's a miss. Those stay there. That was done. Those stay in port. That rocket is gone. Our seaplane is going to stay on map in M2. And railing. Let's see. Our Panzer Grenadiers. I think they might actually stay in Western Germany. Yeah, they're going to stay in Western Germany. And our 3 infantry in Berlin are going to rail down. 2 are going to go into Rome. One is going to go into northern Italy. And then our final rail movement for the European side of the board is one of our Panzer Grenadiers is going to rail into Paris. Just staying there. I think that has got all of our non-combats done at this point. We do get our festering Europa, and we are going to finally complete these fortifications along Normandy. So hopefully that will deter any more attacks into it, especially after we build. Yeah, I think that has got everything declared, both combat and non-combat moves. So we will just go ahead and place our buys. Delete the roundel. And Germany spent all its dollars except for 1. So we'll take all these units, drop them in the Atlantic. Alright. The Italian fighter is, of course, being released to northern Italy. 108th. Or 109th, rather. All 8 of these units, so the 2 Marines, the 2 Tigers, the 2 Panzer Grenadiers, and the 2 heavy armors are being built in Western Germany. The two of the fighters are being built in Paris. The last one is being built in Berlin. And the Blue Division and the two regular infantry are being built in Berlin as well. Our two advanced mechs are being built in Smolensk. Our two transports are going to be built in the Western Germany shipyard on A12, and they're going to be built in port, or designated in port, I guess, at that shipyard there. One militia is going to be built in Moscow, and the other militia is going to be built in Cameroon. And that has got, I think, the German turn completed. We will collect a base of 108.99. The script breaks whenever you go over 100, so like we said before, Vichy, France, Roundel is on some of these, so the script doesn't break. But yeah, it's 108 base, and I'm pretty sure Germany has all of its wartime bonuses. So we're going to collect 14 there. So 108 plus 14 is $122 that Germany is collecting to go along with the one that they saved, puts them at 123 in the bank, which is an absolute insane amount of money. Okay, yeah, I think that's got everything covered. So we will go ahead and turn it over to the vet for the common turn.